Hi, welcome to Bonano TV. My name is Jones Casonso, and I'm broadcasting from the Hawkeye State, right in the middle of the United States, here in Iowa. And the purpose of this conversation or broadcast is just to speak about an issue that is going on trending news and events in the Republic of Zambia, my country. The topic of discussion today is why Dr. Kambili should stay out of the tribalism debate. It's a form of public advice, but I am speaking to more people than just Dr. Kambili. Why I think um, he should stay out of the tribalism debate. So, the topics on this broadcast will include his pending court case. And then I will also speak about his prior campaign messaging, the impact of his prior campaign messaging, and then the profile of the political party he's seeking to represent going forward. So that is what I'm going to talk about in this broadcast. Yeah, and today don't want if you're out there, you can actually join me in this conversation. I'll be posting a link shortly, but you can also just make comments, and I'll bring in your comments. I sincerely believe that Chimakambuli should not be participating in the tribalism conversation in Zambia. Why? Because he, number one, he has been cited. He has been cited. So he has to prepare his defense in court. And why is he so busy trying to adjudicate his case on the public square, or, you know, coming out here and talking a lot about that and telling the nation what he is and who is not? Usually, when your case is in court on a particular topic, uh, it is not only wise, but it is necessary to keep your case out of the public fray. So I think that's the first reason. That's the first thing that should happen. Tshimbangwe should wait for his court case. If he needs to defend himself, let him go and defend himself in court. Because in the Republic of Zambia, there are laws that govern some of the things that he was saying during the prior campaigns and stuff. So if you have a case in court, wait until your day in court. Nishwala birimina. Eh? Nishwala birimina. Ukwamba kulanda pali issue ili kukoti on you. And why are you going in the public square to talk about even the same case? So I think that it's much more prudent and wise to just keep quiet, because, unless you think that you have already lost that case, then you must try to make a lot of noise outside so that you can have more sympathy when eventually you're convicted. And that is trying to manipulate the public into um, supporting a crime, supporting you for a potential crime that you may have committed. So I do think that Shimba Kambwili should stay away from the debate about tribalism in Zambia, because he is probably the first one under that piece of legislation, or he is one of the first people to be cited under that. So we are all trying to listen and see what the court would say, and hear testimony, and also hear witnesses speak about that issue. So it is very important for the gentleman to stay out of this fray, because he has a court case pending concerning that same issue. Um, a lot of things that he's saying today, he shouldn't have even had the opportunity to say them. A lot of things that he is saying today, he should have actually uh, be, behaved or worked out that way. Yeah. So, number one, Shimbakambwili should not be carelessly talking about or participating in the tribal talk debate. If you allege fika muletelela, because he has a pending court case. Yeah. So that is what we think here at on the trending news on Bonano TV. That's what I think, that he should stay out of the debate concerning talking about tribe and other things, because he has a case in court on that topic. Why is he trying to trivialize the court system? Why is he trying? Of course, his context is politics. This whole thing is going to be politicized. So he must be able to just sit it out and just quit. Stop saying a thing about it. We have a phrase here in the United States. We say lawyer up. That's what Chibagambo should be doing, is just to lawyer up. Bring every kind of good lawyer on his side so that we could have a good case. And then that case will also help us determine what people can say and should say about such things, about tribes when they are campaigning or tribes when they are in politics. Yeah, the second thing is his prior campaign messaging. There are a lot of things that he has said in his former prior campaign messaging. And when you listen to everything that he has said since he started this campaign against the Tongas, um, uh, uh, from uh, from his past talks, first of all, the whole gist of tribalism is using tribal hegemony. You use tribal hegemony. So it means that you're using your tribe as a front to fight another tribe. Now, I've said it on this show that all politics are tribal. All politics are tribal in the sense that tribe, as we know it, is just an extended family of any person. So if you're pointing a finger at another family, the way they do their things, you can do that. But if you are trying to use that either against them, or if you're trying to use their tribe and their perceived conduct as against them, that's what tribalism is, please, Chimbakambwe. When people attribute to you tribalism, that you're a tribalist, it's because of your attempts in prior messaging to use tribal hegemony against another group. Everybody should vote for their people or for their own family members if we are doing an election in Africa. That's what happens everywhere, even here in America. Nganatinjimini nemuno as a governor munomo Iowa. Okupita kuti kwanshopa kuti ndekwata mavotsi yakwa Sean Tembo. Pandu konsoko wapita. Abarikoni bamwana bwana. So kuvotera olupo lwabo. All politics are tribal. But when you put tribe in the mouth to attack another tribe, that is what tribalism is. When you use tribal hegemony against another tribe, that is what pervasive tribalism is. And I think that Chimbakambwe should get this idea that that's what most of the well-meaning people are against. His participation in this debate is not helping matters. It's polarizing the country and it's building on other things. I take the view that when Chimbakambwe says, I'm not a tribalist, it's like a very fat man, ulenya, pamumbali ya msebo, ero nomba abantu bale piterwa bikaka kumupantanshi. Hachiao tapali abale mbona. Inenshilenya. But it sounds like the highest level of foolishness. Yeah. Let me just cite maybe one or two sentences that he spoke in the past that we must reflect upon. His biggest trouble is his failure to penetrate the southern province. And he says, since the UPND was formed, the people of that part of the country always vote for the people who formed that party. And in his estimation, that's why we are kusukulu kwali wama mwila wafya ma doctors ukwabule sukulu. Tata, mwila wabashinganga ukwabule sukulu. Those people who form that party come from those villages. Is it so unfathomable that their own family, their own relatives, their own extended family will fail to vote for them? Even the other political parties, when they go to campaign in their villages, they vote for them. But why we call you out on tribalism is because you are trying to use the other group against themselves. What is happening everywhere else in the country? So everybody in the country knows that you. One of the things that Shimagambu said some time back is that at na Yesu Kristu ngaya imina ku southern province kuti alusa teti awini teti wamvotere. So he may have said that as a joke, but let's think about it in the context of an election. He was pinging using tribal hegemony. He was pinging the people of that part of the country as hopelessly tribal, that they would deny even God's son. And first of all, there are three problems with that sentence. Number one, Chimbakambui unfortunately doesn't even seem to know who Jesus Christ is. Because Jesus Christ can win an election anywhere and everywhere, and has already won it. There are churches in Southern Province who call upon the name of Jesus Christ as just as much as there are churches in his province, which probably is either Northern or Wapula. We don't even ping his village properly because he tries to be the spokesman for the Bemba Commonwealth, which is so large and covers 3 provinces. So in his estimation, he says Jesus Christ cannot win a vote in Southern Province. So Jesus Christ, umwine Yesu Kristu, afyaliwe mwitanga lya ng'ombe, because equally kumushukuri bawishi. So if we are just using typology, literally typology alone, from the perspective of his birth, Jesus Christ is as much tongue as anybody else would come, because and then we see Jesus Christ in his operation as a human being. Jesus Christ, what did he do? Jesus Christ had disciples, were fishermen. But so you can easily say Jesus Christ is as much tonga as he is Bemba. So where did Kambili get the notion that Jesus Christ can go to Southern Province and lose an election? Na Yesu Kristu tamu ishiva. That is why he should stay out of the tribalism talk, because the sentiments he has put across in the past do not help him. And when he tries to explain whatever he's trying to explain today, he just looks like a very fat man. You know, everybody knows Shimbakambuili's issue with the voting patterns in Southern Province. But when you see people voting like that, those were protest votes. And unless we have a guy from here also go there to control the deck, that's not magic. That's what people do all over in politics. They root for their people and they stand together for that. So to try and use the voting patterns in Southern Province as the evidence of tribalism in the country is just as stupid as it can be. Because even candidates from there, how many votes did, if we talk about people standing for president in the Republic of Zambia, let's ask the questions. How many votes did Mazoka get in Bemba speaking territories? So Chimbakambwe should not come and fuel this. His past words are well known. And then the second sentence that I would like us to reflect on is he says that no, he has this attitude towards people from that part of the country that no matter what he says, he is not helping the conversation. And these things were spoken in huge rallies and on public media and all of those kind of things. So people know him. That is part of his portfolio. His portfolio is tribal hegemony against the Tongas. He cannot deny that. But to the degree that he wants to deny it, he's making it worse. Chimbagambwili should not be participating in the tribalism debate in Zambia because his sentiments in the past using a high-profile government platform speaks of tribal hegemony against a region. He takes the tribal talk to the podium. Kashinga mutu wa kufuasa ngani lack of understanding katwishi. Mulepoka doctor yes tatu atotera ni mulinganga. But mwapoka ko doctor mwako ku skulu kubikira pona na kadi skulu pali doctor. Not doctor ya title. Kwa portfolio. So Chimbagambwe should not be participating in this because one of his pending court case, and two because of his prior campaign messaging. He shouldn't even come around today and make it as if he's in a special battle with the president. No. The president does not need to have any special battle with Chimbagambwe. It's God who chooses who leads. And sometimes the people we rule out can become president or can come and be our leader as a nation. But what he needs to recognize is an uphill climb in 4 or 5 provinces with his past political messaging based on hegemony and other things. Now, the final reason why I think Chimbagambwe should not be participating in the tribal conversation in Zambia is because of the profile of the Patriotic Front. Profile, I'm talking about the makeup of their political leadership. 1, 2, profile, I'm also referring to their past administration. We have tested the PF. We have tested Twaliliapo PF. Twaliumfa ife ya lula. Twalinushako PF. Twaliushefe ya nunka PF. PF governed the country with 95% of the major appointments just belonging to 2 regions, the Bemba-speaking Commonwealth and the Eastern Province. That was the worst form of tribalism in the government of the Republic of Zambia. They removed people from their positions. They hindered people from taking participation in this just because of the villages and the languages they speak. And now he is standing to go and control that tribal enterprise called the PF. The PF is a tribal enterprise. We have tested it. We have smelled it. The PF stinks tribalism. The PF talks tribalism. The PF tests tribalism. The PF is a tribalistic institution. The only person who tried to create an intertribal coalition was the owner, our father, the founder of the Patriotic Front, when we were members. But the PF, after Michael Sata, PF smells tribalism. It talks tribalism. It sings tribalism. So if he wants to be a president for that, actually, it does make sense because he would fit in very well as the leader of the tribal party. But the problem is that the Patriotic Front is attempting to rebrand In other words, it is attempting to come out differently in their political discourse. Uh, in their political discourse. So because he's trying to come out, they're trying to rebrand or come out different or try to repent from their evil and past misdeeds, he should probably not be participating in the tribal debate to go and lead a very tribalistic group that is trying to rebrand. Now, where is the rebranding going to be? Going into a tribal enterprise with a tribal language and a tribal personality. Where is the rebranding there? So we think that he should not be participating in this tribalism talk because of the profile of the Patriotic Front, which was hopelessly tribal. If they're trying to rebrand, one of the things they should do is to come out as an intertribal coalition. And Chimbakamburi cannot help that cause. And if he thinks he can help, that's the reason why I think, third reason why I think he should not be participating in the tribal debate. Well, give me some comments. I have painstakingly gone through three main issues why I think Dr. Kambili should stay out of the tribalism debate. I think that number one, because he has a pending case in court over that, we want to see how he would defend himself. Probably we will learn a lot more about his intentions and what he means. And two, his prior campaign messaging are very, very clear. Chishimba Kambwili is a tribalist in and out, and he cannot deny it. Where we define tribalism as tribal hegemony, using your tribe against another tribe or speaking words directly against another tribe. That's what a tribalist is. A tribalist is not a person who votes for their relative. No, a tribalist is a person who uses one tribe against another tribe. And amongst our politics in Zambia, we only have one politician who comes close to that, who is doing that. And it's the Chishimba Kambwili. So because of also his prior messaging, the things that he has said in the past point to a person who does not have credibility in the topic. And the more and more he attempts to try and hide his credentials as the tribalist in chief, he looks like a very fat man. Alenya parodside ero navisa navi alesho kusama mukakumu ati vonse tapali aba mumweni tuwafefe mwalanda tata mwaliche n'abantu. The apology is not necessary. In fact, if I were you, I would actually stay away from politics for the longest time. Nakumbuka tulituweza tutuka ngole fwa. But apakwe na mwenyine futa wa utunge. And we will do everything we can to stick it out to you. You are not an individual who can be trusted on that topic. You can quote who married who, how you went to their wedding. Perhaps that's where you even see people and you despise them. If people were part of your family, you wouldn't be saying the things that you've been saying about them, And this is not the president of Zambia versus you. No, it's the people of Zambia versus you in that court case. So go and defend yourself first. Win that case. Find a way to clean up on the prior campaign messaging, and maybe just stand in a different political party, because you are coming with a profile of a tribalist in a political party that is essentially the tribalist pusher government since the founding of this republic. 95% of the appointments only from two regions, firing people from their working national interest because of their tribe. We haven't forgotten that. Now, how is the Patriotic Front going to even reform itself or rebrand if you put the senior tribalist or the chief tribalist as the leader of that political party, who has used in words and in deeds tribal hegemony against another tribe? Thank you for watching this show, and I hope Dr. Kambwili is listening. And if he wants to come here on Bonano TV, we can invite him. and we can challenge him on many different points. Well, we're great people. We even used to support Shimbagambuli some time back. But then twice I'm not, no, 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 no. This type of talk is not national building. He's not even building his own political career. You know, is damaged goods. Is damaged goods. So if the Patriotic Front know what is good for them, let them look for a different leader. You cannot be a tribalist party trying to reform, then you put a tribalist as the president. So I don't know what the Patriotic Front people do, but in many times they are just a hopeless bunch. So they might as well be hopeless. So yes, there has been enough evidence from his political life and his political career and from his sentences on political hegemony in the Republic of Zambia. Chimbakambwili. It is not far-fetched to believe that Chimbakambwe is a tribalist based on the things he has said about another tribe, another group. Yeah, yeah. That's what we think here. So thank you for watching this piece. I look forward to feedback. I know a lot of these people are coming here to speak a lot of things and to defend him. Well, we don't care. We have put across the message. He, Dr. Kambwili, should stay out of the tribalism debate because of the pending court case, because of his prior campaign messaging, and because of the profile of the Patriotic Front. Good morning.